Danny Jordaan, lovely to have you with us here in Brazil. A great setting, a very unique setting for us to have an opportunity to chat. Tell us very briefly, how has your experience been in Brazil thus far?
Well, from an organizing perspective, quite challenging, but I think from a football perspective, been wonderful. The highest number of goals in a World Cup here, the decisions in terms of results, up to the last minute extra time, penalty shootouts, all the drama you had here, including biting. So it's been quite from a football fan perspective, I think it's been a wonderful event.
We like to try and keep an eye on Africa. It maybe was a disappointing tournament from an African perspective. Great to see Algeria and Nigeria getting through to the second round, but with other behind the scenes drama and performance wise, a disappointing competition for the continent.
Yes, I think for the first time we thought we had quality teams coming: Ghana, Nigeria, Cameroon, Cote d'Ivoire, and least one that we expected the performance from was from Algeria. And so yes, it was disappointing. And Ghana, I think, was very disappointing. Nigeria tried, but I think surrendered in the end. Algeria certainly was a surprise package. There you saw a team with commitment, with dedication, prepared to fight until the end, and that is the spirit that one wanted to see. Cote d'Ivoire also, again, a lot of promise going into a major tournament, only to disappoint. So we go back as the African continent, not very happy with the performances. But what you saw was a closing up of the gap between the European teams and the African teams. Other than the 4-0 that Cameroon suffered, all the other matches was one goal difference, 2-1, 1-0. Of course, that indicates that we can compete against some of the best teams in the world.
Obviously, there was loads of heartbreak for South African fans who stayed up late at night to not watch Bafana participate. Did we see South Africa's next coach in this World Cup?
Maybe not. I think, of course, there were two coaches in this World Cup that indicated their interest and that we wanted to engage with. And we go home now. We must finalize that matter. We hope by the end of the month or the first week in August that we will make an announcement, because then we play qualifications for Morocco. But it's a challenge, you see, because we have to decide whether Morocco is a priority or 2018 is a priority. For us, clearly, we want to be in Russia in 2018. And it means that the new coach will have to build a new team that can compete in 2018. If you look at the level and the quality of football and then ask, do we have a ready-made team to compete at that level, it's doubtful. So we have to build those players with speed, with strength, with ability to run 120 minutes and 2 days later to do it again. Requires just the highest level of fitness, psychological and physiological strength. So we have to say these are the things that we require to compete globally. Let us give our youth the opportunity. And you know, it's this World Cup is finished. We still treasure 2010. We are already 2014. Tonight, the Russians are launching their 2018 organizing committee. And so time flies. Before we know it, we'll be going to Russia in 2018, and we want to be there.
Maybe I'll be sitting on a bench with you in Russia. Before I let you go, final on Sunday, I have to ask you for a winner, and I have to ask you as to why that team is going to win. So your winner for the World Cup, and tell me why.
That's a difficult question. You see, Germany showed us their power, their ability to work as a team. So they're probably the best team at the moment. But Argentina has a player called Messi, and he can turn everything upside down. And they have a team that showed against the Dutch. They didn't give the Dutch space to play, to the extent that they to take Van Persie off. And that required discipline. It required the team to hold their shape. And I think Mascherano in particular was marshalling the troops very well. So if they can come with that game again, it's going to be very tight and very tough. And Argentina has that player that can produce magic any day.
We look forward to seeing if and when those predictions are right for the final.
Well, if it's not right, I'll see you back home.
All right.
We'll talk about it at home.
We'll talk about it at home. We're going to hold him to that. With Mr. Danny Jordaan, SAFA President, I'm Mark Lewis for Eyewitness News, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Some people believe football is just for men. Requires the most expensive equipment. That a beautiful game needs a perfect pitch. At Coca-Cola, we believe the World Cup is for all of us. Refreshing us. From the lucky ones that feel the happiness of seeing it live, to the fans who cheer with hope for countries they've never been to. That's why we say, welcome to the FIFA World Cup. Welcome to the World Cup.